What's good, family? We are live. I have some amazing news today. My new single, 666, is now streaming everywhere, and I need you all to go run them numbers up. I'm trying to hit 1,000 listens and streams everywhere by the end of the night. So go to YouTube, go to Apple Music, go to iTunes, Google, wherever you listen to music. Go stream 666 right now. Let's get into it right now while we wait for everybody to come in. Ever since I was a kid, I was considered legit. Auntie called me rambunctious, it made me from her crib. Broke my granddaddy's heart, tore his temples apart. Share the live right now. Calling me a witch, fuck that bitch. She's a demon, and I'm a motherfucking beast. Boy, we unto all shivers who be scattered in the sheet. Talking about a man that lives their life on the highest frequency, and they condemn it and not healing and don't practice what they preach. Protons, neutrons, electrons, equal perfection. That ain't the number of the devil. It's the monster. He told you how to hate yourself. What the God, you are the beast. Good on this side or the other one. I ain't got no worries. Pockets full, family good, cheap. I ain't got no worries. If I die today, just know I ain't live life in a hurry. Told the truth, did what I wanted to, bitch. I ain't got no worries. JJ, spit the rope.
Think about what we believe in. Challenge, word, and deacon. Past first lady, chef, mother, and us. Whoever is speaking. The truth you find is seeking. Wake your ass up to the hand of the sleeping. Six. Supposed to be the opposite of Chris. Reach you the opposite of this. Keep G the ass getting his. Things that we can lie to about. There's never been to this. Tell the truth and niggas get this. But they say ignorance is bliss. 666, the angel number. The devil used to be an angel. Staring your head, angle, viewpoint from a different angle. Yeah, I'm the path to enlightenment. The indoctrinated shit that can't go. Ball and chain with your ankle. Did you have passion? You ain't know.
You know now.
Roll the top until you go now. Please tell us who you owe now. Godspeed, don't slow down. They don't want you vibrating high in the sky. They want to keep you low down. And that's low down. Want to break free? Better go now.
Good on this side or the other one. I ain't got no worries. Pockets full, family good, cheap. I ain't got no worries. If I die today, just know I ain't live life in a hurry. Told the truth, did what I wanted to, bitch. I ain't had no worries. I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. Yes, sir. Y'all go listen to 666 right now. Right now. Real quick. 666 means all your monetary needs are met. That's why the chorus is, I'm good on this side or the other one. I ain't got no worries. Pocket swole, family good, chief. I ain't got no worries. If I die today, just know I ain't live life in a hurry. Told the truth, did what I wanted to. I ain't had no worries. And then in my verse, I break down the myth of 666 being a demonic number. We have 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons in the melanated body. 666 is you. You are the beast. That's why I say, wake up, God. You are the beast. They taught you to hate yourself in more ways than one. So that's what 666 means. I need all of y'all to go share that. My goal is 1,000 views by the end of the day. Share the YouTube link. It's on my page, on my Kween Katt page, and on my profile. Y'all make sure y'all share it. It's available everywhere. So add me to your Spotify playlist. Add me to your Apple Music playlist. And share this video and all the other videos, guys. If we want good music, if we want to change the game, we have to take matters into our own hands. We're putting out the product. Y'all have to push the product, so that we can go to the next level. All right. The feature that I have on a song is J Jig Cicero. She's from Atlanta, Georgia. She has worked with Jermaine Dupri, The Brat, and so many other artists. And she was on Hot 97.9, I believe that's the station, in New York. So she's doing big things, and I'm doing big things by, having a heavy hitter like that on the track. So we're putting in that work, guys. Y'all make sure to go run them numbers up on 666. All right. So today's episode is topicked, stop babying your sons, Black women, and subtopic would be loving you. no matter what. Love you no matter what. We are not we're not going for the downplaying of ourselves. We're not going for um accepting what other people think about us. Okay, if our race of men want to go and date outside their race, let them have it. We're not gonna get upset anymore. We're not gonna try to prove our worth anymore. The topic of my podcast is called Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. When we came to Earth, our only purpose was to experience, and to make your experience exciting and fun and enjoyable. You know, we are the original of this planet. We are the first of this planet. Um, there would be nobody without the black woman. There would be no race without the black woman. The oldest fossil found of a body of a human, they call her Lucy. She's a black woman. In the movie Lucy, they try to make her look like a monkey, but we know that it was the black woman. Um, a woman is the only one that has a spiritual connection to another realm where she can birth a spiritual being. She has connections to another world. They try to take so much out from the woman that they created baptism. The first baptism you have is when that woman's water break and you're already baptized by her waters. But they try to take us out of the equation. So to my women, I just want to empower you. I want to reach some of my men today, and hopefully with some of the clips that I play, it'll encourage you to be accountable, to hold your homeboys accountable, and to just lighten up. We were in slavery right with y'all. You know, we didn't get no handouts, and we're still considered lesser than you. We're still treated worse than you. We are getting shot down by the cops just like you. We're getting hung in our cells just like you. And on top of that, we're still getting shot down by random people. That's going on, I believe, in Texas. Somebody just shooting black women. We're being raped, still being molested by our uncles and fathers and brothers. And until we start holding those men accountable, our relationship is always going to be at odds. And while I'm saying that, let me play this clip that I heard, and I was very proud of the gentleman who did it.
What do another man have to do to a woman in front of you for you to hold him accountable? Because I just saw a video of one of the women I follow talking about her deadbeat baby father. And the motherfucker talking about some, you picked him. You think when they met, he was like, if we have kids, I'm going to be a deadbeat and leave and shit? Or do you think he probably was telling her he want to be a father, like his father wasn't for him and shit like that? It seemed like all women problems come from daddy issues, and it seemed like definitely all the men problems come from daddy issues. It seemed like the common denominator is men. I feel like motherfuckers jump hurdles and drive around all type of shit just to not hold men accountable. So I ask again, what does a man have to do to a woman in front of you?
We gotta hold each other accountable. We have to hold the men accountable, and that goes back to the women. I personally believe that in this day and time, it might be too late for our generation. It might be too late for you to get that perfect guy that you've always wanted. It might be too late. They require so much and give so little. They want us to hold them down. They want us to be mama. They want us to work with them, bring in half or more of the income to the house, and then they want us to turn around and raise the children, come home, cook, clean, and be a freak in the sheets. They just want everything. The reason why our grandmothers stuck around with our grandfathers is because they might have been an ass. They might have beat their ass, but they provided. That's what's missing from this generation. There's nobody providing, nobody protecting. I've seen so many videos where the woman is walking out with a child with a car seat in her hand, and the man is right there, maybe on his phone, walking with her while she's carrying a car seat with a child inside the car seat. I've seen so many videos where a woman is getting her ass beat and men are recording and saying they ain't got nothing to do with me. It's just depressing. So I personally feel like it might be too late for the majority of the women who are hoping to get that dream guy. Now, I applaud all the Black, indigenous men out there that are taking care of theirs, that are holding themselves accountable, that are going out there and getting it by any means necessary. This video is not for you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones who, no matter what, is always the Black woman's fault. I can't stand that, even down to a woman getting pregnant. Why do we say she got pregnant? She got pregnant on him. How the hell can a woman get pregnant on him? He had to impregnate her. It's his fault. That's one of the things that inspired this video is it started where one guy was saying that he didn't like that I was so masculine. He didn't like the fact he's tired of masculine women. He left that comment on my video. Now, I've been pretty much this way all my life. So I can't help my persona. That's just how I am, No, I'm not very prissy, but also with the industry that I am in, it causes me to have to come off a certain way so you can believe what I'm saying. I'm in an industry where people want us to be seen and not heard. No, I want you to hear me, even though I have a pretty face, and I can't look as soft as the other one because I'm saying something that I need you to hear. I need to be believable. I need to be received. And the way I look and the way I sound, you will believe and receive what I'm trying to tell you at that given moment. But the problem that I have had with his comment was he completely missed the point of the song. He didn't compliment me at all. He immediately went into what he did not like about me. So when you look at a woman and you see that she might be more masculine, you have to ask yourself, I wonder why. I wonder why she's masculine. I never was molested or raped, but I have been through things in my life to where I might have got beat down, but I had to get up. I've had my stomach cut open, stapled together, and had to get up and perform and stand up straight, and nobody knew what was going on. I had to drive places praying that I make it, so that I can bring back home some money. I've gotten scammed and cheated so many times. I have gotten cheated on many times. Why? How am I supposed to be soft? How am I supposed to be soft if I have to get my hands dirty just like you? How am I supposed to be soft if I have to help cover you and fight with you? How? I can only be but so soft. We can only be but so soft because we are always on the receiving end of getting beat down. We're always doing something wrong. I saw this other clip where, and this is for my women. Like I said, I personally believe that it might be too late for our generation to have that ideal relationship, because you have so many men that are talking about this is why they go to the other races, because they have more peace. Well, guess what? We don't have no peace either. It's not, I can't sleep well knowing that I got a light bill due. I got house payment due. I need car insurance. I can't sleep well if that's not taken care of. I can't sleep well if I got to do it myself. I'm not at peace. We're not at peace. So women, like I keep saying that I personally think that it might be too late for our generation, the majority of our generation, to have that ideal relationship, just because of the mentality that the majority of our generation of men are in. However, I feel like we can get started on the next generation of men. We can teach them how to be men. You know, we cannot baby the men. We cannot cradle them. We have to prepare them for what's to come in the real world. We have to show them that I don't care. You are not entitled. Nothing is going to come to you. You have to get out there and you have to work for it. You have to be the protection. That's what you were made for. A man is supposed to protect, provide. And it's another P, but I can't think. But you're supposed to protect and provide. If you don't know how to do anything else, you're supposed to protect and provide. And right now, our men, they can't protect, they can't fight. They don't have the money to get them a gun. If they have a gun, they don't know how to use it. And then you can't provide. You don't want to work a job. You have the right mentality because you shouldn't have to work for somebody else, but you have to do something to go out there and get it. I'm a female. I worked 2 jobs to put my wife through school so that she wouldn't have to work while she was in school. I'm a female. I was out there. I didn't have no desk job. I was out there washing car in rain, sleet, snow. I was out there washing cars, no tent to cover me from the weather. I did that for 2 years. And I also was working at Dollar Tree to make sure that she was able to get back and forth to school. She had her own car. Insurance was paid. And I had a car to get me back and forth to work. And she worked. I mean, she went to school and she finished school. And then when she came out of school, about a year later, I decided to do the music full time. And I made it work. I made it work. I'm a female. And you have men today that the majority, not all, but the majority do not want to work. And they feel like they are entitled, so they won't work. And they mad. Like I've seen guys literally live with their moms, talk shit about their mom because they don't want to help pay rent, but you live there. You don't want to clean the house and dump the trash and do chores, but you live there. Like they really feel entitled. Like I'm talking what I've experienced. I'm not talking as a bitter woman. I'm talking from my perspective, my end of the bargain, what I have experienced. People don't want to work. Like I've had friends that I could call on, male friends, and I would call on them and I say, hey, I got a shelf I need put up. Not even a shelf, just like a little book thing. They can't do that. They can't put it up. They don't even own a toolbox. So guess what? I got a toolbox for, I believe, our anniversary. And I start putting up the shelves myself. And I started doing these things myself. So when you put a woman in a position where she has to go get it by herself, then you get mad at us having the mentality that I'll do it myself. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. So it goes back to women. All we can do now is accept who comes to us. Don't try to be, don't keep yourself hostage and say, oh, I'm lonely. If a white man comes to you and will treat you like a queen, marry that white man. Because they're doing it. Why should we continue to wait? You deserve more. You deserve more, my sister. You deserve more, queen. I'm all for black love. I promise you I am. And I'm not dissing all black men. But the majority of the black men are really slacking. Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about, Gerard. That's the point. Even if you can't do it, make it happen. Make it happen. That's what a man does. If you can't physically do it, then pay for it to get done. You know how many men ride around in females' cars and don't know how to change oil and don't have the money to go get the oil changed, but they want to lay up with that female? And that female allows it. So back to the woman. We can change the next generation because the majority of men are not in the homes by choice. Now we have a few men that want to see their children, and the women just stupid, and are fighting them. But that's not the majority. The majority, they know where their kids at, they know how to reach their children, but they refuse to do anything for the child. If they can't sleep with the mama when they get ready, then they don't want a relationship with that child. I'm telling you what I experience. you know so women, how can we help? We have to stop babying our men, our sons. All right. And this lady, she says it.
The therapist, this is something that I see a lot when I do couples counseling between a man and a woman. It's very alarming because I'm seeing it more and more. The dynamics are not husband and wife or girlfriend and boyfriend. The dynamics are now mother and son. And so when I do couples counseling, what I'm having to do now is I have to get the male partner to break up with his mother subconsciously. And it even affects the sexuality and the sexual activity within the relationship. What do I mean by that? The sexual relations are affected because he's not attracted to his partner when it's time for her to just want to be a woman and for her to be fragile. He doesn't know how to do that. However, he is sexually aroused and attracted when she takes on the role of a mother in the house. And I do understand men want a woman that can take care of their children and, that can keep the house together and things like that. I'm getting all of that. There is a healthy balance to that. However, subconsciously, what I do have to do in the sessions is I have to get him to break sexually, subconsciously from his mother. I did a video not too long ago, well, a while ago, and it got over like 150K views. Some people disagreed, but I am starting to see an alarming amount of the couples nowadays. It's not husband and wife and girlfriend and boyfriend. It is actually mother's son. And so, but here's the thing, what I noticed about the women, the fact that you are attracted to emotionally young boys, their soul is young. They have a grown man body, but their soul is young. That's what is attracting the woman. So then I have to go to her and say, why are you only attracted to subconscious little boys? Not saying she is a pedophile. That's not where I'm going. But she's attracted to men that she can take care of. I'm seeing that a lot as a therapist. So I just go back and watch this clip. It's good. And I'm seeing it more and more as a therapist in couples counseling. It's really an interesting dynamic. Women, especially single mothers, stop dating your sons. I call it emotional incest. We also call it enmeshment. Yes. We gotta stop dating the sons. Can't do that.
Yes, Lord. Women, we can fix the next generation. It might be too late for us. Like Tupac said, I might not see it in this lifetime. It might be too late for us. You know what I'm saying? However, we can help the children coming behind. I got nieces. I don't want them to experience what we're experiencing right now. I want to know that my nieces can go out in the world and a king, whether it be their boyfriend, husband, or just a bystander. If something is going wrong with my nieces, and there's a gentleman there, I want to know that that gentleman is going to protect at all costs, because that's just what you do. Not because you don't know her, you don't do nothing. I want to know that you're going to protect her at all costs. That's how we have to start raising our men. We have to raise them the right way. We have to stop babying them. Me and my homegirl was talking the other day, and she had a situation happen. And I said what we do with our son. I know my son be scared a lot of times, but I encourage him. And that's all most men need, is a little stroking of the ego. And I've seen my son pick up a rat. I've seen my son kill frogs. And I know he's scared. But because we're there saying, you the only man in this house, get him. He go out and he get him, scared and all. And all it takes is you to say, you did a good job. A little stroking of the ego, and he's on top of the world. Matter of fact, the last thing that we had him do was just put a light bulb in. You couldn't tell him he didn't change the lights or he was on 10. But we encourage him to be a man, and we make sure that we put him around a lot of men. We have him in the Distinguished Men's Club. You know, we put him around who he should be. He has his pawpaws, you know. Like I said, that middle, our age bracket of men. So it's up to us to fix the next generation. You know, we have to encourage the man to be a man, to provide and to protect. You know, we can still love them, we can still hug up on them, but that's why they say in our culture at the age of 15, that man, that boy would go off with the men because the women can't be hard enough. At the end of the day, we gonna give in a little bit. That's just in our nature. But we have to override that because we see that what we've been doing for the past decades and couple of centuries, it has not been working. I understand that back in the day we had to cover the black man because he could be taken away and all of that. I understand all that, but we're in a new time and ain't no reason for what we're dealing with, you know, right now. So like I said, this video in this podcast right now is to basically encourage you to just live your life and eat, drink, and be merry, baby. Don't sacrifice yourself waiting on a specific kind. You know, I was talking to another friend of mine, and we were having this same conversation, and I brought up Serena, and I was like, Serena publicly dated Drake. She dated Common. It didn't work out. She met this millionaire, white man, and he treats her like a queen. He married her. He put a ring on it. And then all of a sudden, she's a sellout for accepting who accepted her as she is. You know, he didn't try to make her stop working out because her arms might have been bigger than his. He embraced everything about her and he married her. He gave her children and he's stable. So now she's a sellout. We don't care what they say about us now, women. We're going to accept who accept us and we're going to accept ourselves. Here's another clip.
Like that and not have any type of feelings for you at all. Y'all really fail to realize that him not having feelings for you does not stop him from acting like he does. A lot of these guys just be...
Let's go back.
How do I tell her I lost feelings?
I be trying to tell y'all don't be trying to listen to me, man. Bro, guys could be laid up with you every day just like that and not have any type of feelings for you at all. Y'all really fail to realize that him not having feelings for you does not stop him from acting like he does. A lot of these guys just be wanting y'all around for the comfort. Like that one girl that they can just always go back to. It doesn't really mean, like, you feel me? Like they plan on having like a real future with you feel me?
So I had a bestie tag me in this and she wanted me to speak on it. And what's so crazy about it is it literally took me 12 years to understand this concept. I have been dating this guy since I was 13 years old. I swore to God that this was my husband. I was so in love with him. And it literally took me 12 years to realize that this man does not even like me. Like, yes, he will lay up with me all day. We will hang out. We will go to the movies. We will go out to eat. He will munch on this pom-pom. Okay? But that man did not like me. He liked the perks that I came with. He liked the company. He liked stealing my energy like a vampire. And what a lot of women don't realize is that men are not like us. A lot of us women, I feel like majority of women cannot sit around and fake a relationship with somebody we don't really like. At the least, we're going to be disgusted. Like, ew, sir, like, get off of me. But for whatever reason, men are literally capable to be laid up with you for months, weeks, years, and not even like the person that you are. I saw somebody respond to this creator and say that he should be talking to the men and asking them why are they like this, also telling them that they need to stop being like this. But honestly, I think that it's so ingrained in our society that it's not something that can be changed. I think that as women, we have to take responsibility for actually taking hold of these signs when they're sent to us, when we see them, instead of ignoring the red flags. Because yes, men are good actors and good liars, but us as women are very great at ignoring the signs. Us as women, we're very great at making up things in our head and telling ourselves stories that aren't true. So at some point, we have to take some type of responsibility and learn that these are the games that men play. So we got to learn how to play or get up out the game, girl. Because they trifling out here. They trifling. Stay safe and don't trust no man.
So women, we have to take responsibility, and men, you have to take accountability. Let's keep going.
Talking to men who intentionally.
Let's go back.
I've been seeing this video y'all been stitching with this black dude trying to tell people that the reason why black men date white women or women of other races is because they want peace, right? Now, let me be clear. I am specifically talking to men who intentionally go outside of the race to date and mate. I am not talking about black men who happen to meet a woman of another race and it organically happens. They fall in love. Woo, woo, woo. That's great. That's beautiful. We're all human. That's valid. I'm specifically talking about the ones who intentionally go over there because they think the grass is greener on the lighter side of the fence. The one thing I think a lot of these black men either forget or don't understand, or it goes clean over their heads, is that black women were in the same slavery that you were. I'm gonna repeat myself. Black women went through the same slavery that you went through. It actually could be argued that black women's slavery was worse because we were raped and had to bear the children of our oppressive rapists and then raise said children in that slavery without the protection of black men. Now, no, it's not your fault that you couldn't protect us, but we had no protection. Meanwhile, women of other races were taught to be complacent and docile in order to be protected by men. We lived in an oppressive patriarchal society where they had to have a man and needed a man. Therefore, they had to do everything they could to be pleasing to a man, right? Oh. Black women didn't have the luxury of being taken care of by anybody, period. So we were taught to survive with or without y'all. Now, this so-called peace that you claim you want, the peace you looking for is nothing but a great value brand of whatever white men are getting. And I say that so assuredly because y'all don't have no other model. You have no other model of what manhood is supposed to be. So all you're doing is copycatting what white men have done for centuries. Newsflash, that ain't the goal. Additionally, the oppression that y'all fight outside and then claim you want to come home to some peace, y'all bring that shit into the house, and now black women have to fight you because you're emulating the oppressor in our house where we supposed to have peace. So I would just really like to encourage all black men to take a step back and reflect on this whole peace thing y'all talking about with women of other races, because what you really want is somebody who's going to let you do to them what white men do to you. And I'm going to tell you right now, black women ain't going for it. If you want a doormat, baby, you looking in the wrong place. But if you want somebody who's going to hold you accountable, somebody who's going to lift you up, somebody who understands your struggle like no other person on this planet can, then hey, here we are. I'm going to say it like this and I'm going to leave it alone. Black men, we don't care why you date outside the race, okay? Just leave our names out of it when you talk about it, because when you bring us up and compare us to other women, it doesn't sound like a preference. It sounds like that's all you could get. It sounds like that's all that will put up with you. And, oh well.
Okay. That's where we at right now with it. We don't care. This is for the women. I'm encouraging my sisters. This is for y'all. We have to take responsibility when we see the red flags. You know, I goes back to the conversation that I had the other day, you know, with my homeboy. And we were talking about the Serena situation, and he was saying that, you know, that when you get in a relationship, it's up to that woman to do the research about that man. I'm like, how can she? So now I got to be a detective. Now I got to go back and see why your relationship ended like that. And then if he catches me doing that, then I'm going to look like I'm a crazy female because I'm trying to be a damn detective to figure out if you are who you say you are to me. It's just too much. It's just too much. But we can fix it by seeing the signs and being responsible for our actions and running when we see, you know, enough red flags. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna have some kind of red flag, like a warning, you know. But don't keep overriding. You know, if you know it ain't right, if you know he ain't shit, leave. Don't have no baby by this man. Don't get trapped and bring another child in here that is fatherless. I know grown men that have told me out of their mouths that I'm a grown man, and I still have those days where I wish I could just run up to my daddy and hug him. We are broken in our community. You know, that's why I said it might be too late for our generation, but it's up to us to build the next generation of men, to love on them, to instill in them their responsibility, to instill in them the power of hard work, to instill in them love, not letting them have that mentality that they can do no wrong. Women that got teenagers, stop getting involved and letting these boys bring multiple females to your house, knowing that he ain't serious about none of them. And then when he happened to get her pregnant or one of them pregnant, you mad at the child when as an adult you could have done something about it. Come on, black woman. Come on. Because all you're doing is encouraging the next generation to go down the same paths we went down. Hold your son accountable and show him that ain't how it's supposed to go down. And if you want to be a player, then be bold enough to say that, because I know that a woman will do what she wants to do. You know, if she really wants you, whether you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women, that woman is still going to be with you. But you have to be man accountable. You have to be man enough to say, this is what I do, this is what I like, and you got to have the persona and the swag to, make her want you regardless. And if you can't do that, then that life ain't for you. Don't trick people. Don't bamboozle people. Like the guy said in the other video, where you're telling the woman that it's her fault for choosing that man. That man ain't made him. That man did what he needed to do to get what he wanted from that female, and that was wine and dine and bedazzle. And then once he got her, then the real him showed up. But I've been in relationships where a man will pretend maybe for years, and then third year you see a completely different side. Who is this? And that's when you find out all these other stuff about him. So, like I said, man, I'm gonna keep saying it might be too late for our generation, but we can do something for the next generation. And don't worry about females. Don't worry about if they stepping outside of their race and if they saying that we don't have no peace. There's somebody who will accept you for who you are. There is somebody that will take care of you. And like, if you don't find that person, then date yourself, love yourself, take yourself out, wine and dine yourself. Until that person comes, like, don't settle. Don't settle. This is the last video.
Support. Why are so many black men dating Latinas and dating white women more than ever? And here's my quick response. No stress, no drama, more support. And it's that simple. When we walk out the house every day as black men, it's a high probability that we might not make it home. So the last thing we want to do is come back home to an argument, to a bunch of stress, and a bunch of unnecessary drama. And it's that simple. Is this an attack on black women? No. I love my black queens. I love my black.
First of all, you little colonizers need to stop attempting to judge black women based on European femininity standards, since we all know that we birthed all this shit. I mean, what if we started holding you to European masculinity standards? I mean, what if we started expecting you to make things like laws, or own things like land, or govern things like countries? Or what about free things like yourself or us? If you're gonna tell the story, tell the whole story. Tell the people how, when you date and marry out, that you, one, turn them into single mothers at a higher rate than even black women. And when you do finally decide to marry them, that you have a 200% higher divorce rate than any coupling. In fact, black men have the highest divorce rate of anyone. So I suppose that since most of those divorces are initiated by the women, that at some point they realize that the grass isn't greener on the darker side of the fence. Let me give you some high probabilities for black women when they walk through your doors. 60% of all black women and girls are raped or molested before the age of 18 by black men. Black women are killed by domestic partners 3 times that of any other race of women by black men. And 60% of all new HIV cases in black women are from their husbands and boyfriends, not from casual sex. And since we know that black women date out at only a rate of about 4%, almost all of those cases are from y'all. If this is your idea of love for black queens, let me speak for the collective and say it's a hard pass. But you, sir, don't have any queens because you are not a king. You are a colonized pawn in the game of patriarchy, doing the clear man's bidding by spreading stereotypical tropes about black women based on their standards. Bless your heart.
Wow. Wow. In a nutshell, my God. She said what she said, and she gave y'all statistics to back it up. So, women, keep loving yourselves. Keep loving yourselves. And don't worry about what they saying about us because they love us. You ever seen uh, a homosexual male, no matter the race, he acts like a black woman? You ever notice that? Look at all the black comedians that are becoming famous off of mimicking the black woman, making fun of the black woman. It's funny because you could tell they literally like they know us to the T. They know how we move. They know how we sing in church and how we roll our eyes up and hold our ears, and they know how to, mimic the ghetto-ness, but you never see them mimic a strong, classy woman. They always mimic, but they mimic us. We're a powerful being, and that's why they try to keep us suppressed. And my encouragement to you is to keep growing, keep shining, keep loving on yourself. Afternoon, Lee. Keep loving on yourself and keep building your children. Do affirmations. And I'm gonna end with this prayer. What's up, Lita? This is a healing prayer from my master teacher, Queen Afua. And it says, the power to heal is within me. And I have the mighty power to heal myself. For I am a healer, and I can heal myself in all my relations. For all my relations are my reflection. Therefore, as I heal myself, I heal all my relations. All right? So I hope this video encouraged you, inspired you, black women, to be responsible for your actions, and black men to hold yourself accountable and to hold your partner accountable if you see them not doing the right thing, and if you missed it, guys, go back, watch the video, or listen on the podcast. Y'all go subscribe to my podcast, Kween Katt's Eat, Drink, and Be Merry podcast. I drop a new episode every week. And if there's a topic that you would like us to discuss or that you want to come on and discuss with me, let's make it happen. It's all about reasoning and coming together and seeing each other's perspective. Okay, so black women, we not gonna baby our sons anymore. We're not trying to raise whoever we are in a relationship with. When you're in a relationship, you're going to have to show each other what you like. You're going to have to teach each other right? But you don't have to raise a man. A man is going to be a man. If a man loves you, he's going to protect you at all costs. He's going to want to see you have the best. He's going to want to take you out. He's going to want to wine and dine you. He's going to want to put you in the best cars. He's going to want to make sure you don't have to want for anything. And if he's not doing it, then that he don't want you. It goes back to the video we just watched previously, where the girl was saying that a man could be up in your bed and hugging you and sexing you and all kinds of stuff like that and not even like you. That's just how they made up. But I'm telling you, if a man really loves you, he will move heaven and earth to make sure that you are satisfied. So whether that be a black man, a Mexican man, whether it be a woman, whoever loves you, love them back. If you love them. And don't try to live your life according to what society deems you should do. Like I said before, we are here to have an experience. That's why I named my podcast Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. Eat, drink, and be merry. That's all you came to earth to do, is to experience what this feels like, to have fun, to live life to the fullest. We don't know where we going or what we doing after this. We don't know if we gonna ever be able to feel sensations. We don't know. So you gotta live it up to the fullest daily. We not gonna baby our sons anymore. We're gonna be responsible and watch these men's in their actions. I say men's. We're gonna watch these men in their actions. Men, y'all are gonna hold yourself accountable and your partners accountable. And everybody that's watching, y'all gonna go download my new single 666, and y'all gonna share the YouTube video 666, and we gonna get 1,000 streams before the night is out, cause y'all just rock like that. And all y'all gonna subscribe to my podcast because y'all are just awesome like that. And then I'm gonna see y'all October 23rd at the African Consciousness Festival in Moncks Corner at the fairgrounds. This is our 7th year. We're gonna have rides. We're gonna have jump castles. We're gonna decorate the trunks. We are gonna have Kevin Wesley, Brotha Truth, and we are working on another special guest. So anybody that might want to invest with me to bring down this person, please hit me up. I'm working on Rizza Islam, guys. If y'all know him, he's a heavy hitter, and we need the information that he has to offer. If I could get like 10 people to go in with me, with $150, we could bring him down here and make it happen. And it's for the people. Y'all know how we do. Since we're going to be at the fairgrounds and since we're going to have rides, you can get your tickets now for just $5. The day of the festival is going to be $25. So y'all can go to, I'm going to put it in the comment section, akkfest.org. akkfest.org. Y'all can go get your tickets. And bring the family. It's all about the indigenous American. We now know that we are not blacks, because black means dead in the sight of the law. Is civility mortus, which means dead in the sight of the law. We know that the original term for black defined meant pale. So we know that we were given someone else's definition, because obviously we are not pale. So they gave us their terminology. We were known as American. And when people saw our skin, they considered us Indian. If you go back and you look at the original photos of Indians, they were very dark, and they had hair like us. And after a certain period of time of getting raped and colonized, we have the Native Americans now. And we all did coexist, at one point. But then it's paper genocide. That's why it's important for y'all to go back and listen to my music. I break down everything in my song called 555. If you haven't listened to it, y'all should. 333 tells a lot as well. And now we have 666. So the reason why I said all of that is because we are rebranding from the African consciousness to the indigenous, and we're going to be called Beings Unite. Beings Unite. Be you. And we know that we come in all shades and all sizes and all kinds of hair textures, but we're the same kind of people. And so that's why we're doing what we're doing. And if you want to be a part of it, like we tell you all the time, we spend so much. We don't look for a profit because we're doing it for the community, but if you can help, if you would like to participate, please do so. Please do so. And if you don't want to do anything but just show up, like I said, I have the link above or below, akkfest.org. Go get your tickets for just $5. October 23rd, the day of the festival, tickets will be up to $25. So take advantage. Be proactive, not reactive. Let's come out. We're doing it for the people. We're doing it for us. We're going to get our knowledge about who we are, and we're going to have fun. And I will be doing my libations and performing, so you do not want to miss it. All right. I will see y'all October 23rd. Once again, women, love y'all. And you love yourself. Don't baby your sons. And don't settle for less. Love who loves you. Eat, drink, be merry. I'll see y'all next time.